Good morning. My name is Al Qasim. Today is 5th March 2024. Today I'm representing Unit 4 Case Connection. Case 2. In this, the patient plasma urate levels is higher than the normal at 10.5 mg per 100 ml, indicating hyperuricemia, which is a common feature of gout. Additionally, the urinary uric acid level is below the normal range, which suggests that the kidney is not excreting enough uric acid in urine. This leads to an accumulation of uric acid in the bloodstream and can cause crystallization in the joints, leading to the gout symptom. The de novo synthesis is crucial for producing purine, which is necessary for the synthesis of RNA and DNA. This process involves several enzymatic reactions that occur in multiple steps and require different substrate and the cofactor. The pathway begins with the conversion of a ribose 5-phosphate derived from the pentose phosphate pathway into 5-phosphoribosyl 1 pyrophosphate (PRPP) catalyzed by the PRPP synthetase and requiring ATP as well. So the synthesis of purine begins with the formation of IMP. The first step involves the condensation of PRPP with the glutamine to form a 5-phosphoribosylamine PRA, which is catalyzed by the enzyme GPAT. This step is regulated and serves as a commitment to purine synthesis. The following steps involve a series of enzymatic reactions that gradually add atoms and functional group to the purine ring, ultimately resulting in the formation of IMP. So the conversion of nucleotide to the triphosphate in this AMP and the GMP can be further phosphorylated to their respective nucleotide triphosphate, which are essential energy carrier involving in the various cellular process. And the salvage pathway of the purine is a crucial process that recycles purine nucleotides such as adenine and guanine to form new nucleotides. This pathway is essential for the maintaining an adequate level of purine within the body. In this pathway, purine bases such as adenine and guanine and hypoxanthine are derived from the degradation of the nucleotide through a series of enzymatic reactions. Key enzymes include hypoxanthine guanine, HGPRT, and the adenine APRT catalyze the conversion of purine based to their respective nucleotide form using PRPP as a substrate. This salvaged nucleotide can then be incorporated into nucleic acid or utilized in a various cellular process, thus conversion energy compared to de novo synthesis. The process of the excretion uric acid is crucial and is done by the purine metabolism cycle. The purine are metabolized into uric acid primarily in the liver through the multiple enzymatic reaction. Uric acid is then transported through the bloodstream to the kidney, where it is undergo filtration and subsequently it is reabsorbed or secreted into the urine. Disruption in the cycle can lead to the decreased urinary excretion of uric acid, resulting in the hyperuricemia. When urinary excretion decreases, uric acid accumulation can exacerbate condition like gout, uh, disrupting the balance of the purine metabolism cycle. So in this case, the patient low urinary uric acid over 24 hours significant decreased urinary excretion of the uric acid by his kidney when which is the best explanation causing elevation of the plasma urate level leading to the symptom of gout. He may in addition also be overproducing of the purine and decreasing the salvage of the purine leading to elevate plasma urate levels. We can measure the rate of the production of purine by the measuring the activity of two regulatory enzymes, which is PRPP synthetase and the GPAT. Activity of the both these enzymes would be increased in patient with the overproduction of the purine. Rate of salvage of purine can be measured by the measuring of the activity of the HGPRT and APRT enzymes activity, which would be low in patients with decreased salvage of purine. Switching for diet soda to regular soda, which contain high sugar content, particularly fructose or high fructose corn syrup, can worsen the symptom of gout. An explanation about the purine synthesis start from ribose 5-phosphate, which is derived from the pentose phosphate pathway. Excess ingestion of a regular soda contain high level of the fructose will be absorbed by the tissue cells and will convert to the fructose 1-phosphate by fructokinase. Aldolase B then cleaves fructose 1-phosphate into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroacetone phosphate, which can enter the glycolysis cycle. They can also be reconverted to fructose 1,6-phosphate by the aldolase B in the liver and aldolase A in the muscle tissue, which, when converted to fructose 6-phosphate, can enter the phosphate pathway, leading to the increase in the synthesis of the ribose 5-phosphate, in turn increasing synthesis of PRPP. PRPP can allosteric activate regulatory enzyme of GPAT, which will increase the synthesis and eventually breakdown of purine, leading to increase the uric acid formation in body. Thus, excess consumption of sugary soda elevates uric acid level, which increases the frequency and severity of gout attack, advising the patient to reduce the sugary soda intake and help alleviate gout symptoms and improve management. The next case is case 4. In this, she likely have vitamin B12 deficiency, which is the most probable cause of this presentation. Vitamin B12 is present in the food of animal origin and as less plant sources. Two enzymes in our body are dependent on vitamin B12: methyl malonyl coenzyme mutase and methionine synthetase. Methyl malonyl coenzyme is formed in the catabolism of isoleucine and odd number carbon atom free fatty acid. It then undergoes a vitamin B12 dependent rearrangement to succinyl CoA, which is turned into a substrate TCA cycle. Deficiency of the B12 leads to an accumulation of the methyl malonyl coenzyme and urinary excretion of the methyl malonic acid, which can be used as a measures of vitamin B12 deficiency and its nutrition status. The other enzymes which is affected by the deficiency of vitamin B12 is the methionine synthase. This enzyme is responsible for the converting homocysteine to the methionine by the transferring the methyl group from the tetrahydrofolate to homocysteine using B12 as a cofactor to convert it into methionine. Methionine then get converted to as adenosylmethionine via the enzyme methionine adenosyltransferase. SAM has a charged methyl group which is used as a donor of methyl group by many biological pathways in our body and is in consistent demand. It's get converted to as adenosyl monocysteine after donating the methyl group, which is turn release adenosine by hydrolase enzyme to reform homocysteine. Deficiency of B12 in our body is due to accumulation of the homocysteine, which can be measured in the blood and has been linked to the cardiovascular and neurological disease. Vitamin B12 deficiency affects both purine and the pyrimidine metabolism, as its deficiency leads to accumulation of the methyl tetrahydrofolate and decrease in other folate derivatives, which is called methyl trap hypothesis. When SAM acts as a methyl donor, it forms a homocysteine, which may be remethylated by methyl tetrahydrofolate catalyzed by the methionine synthesis, which is depending on the vitamin B12. The reduction from methylene tetrahydrofolate to methionine tetrahydrofolate to methyl tetrahydrofolate is irreversible, and the major source of the tetrahydrofolate for the tissue is methyl tetrahydrofolate, which ends up accumulation in the cells due to impairment of methionine synthase and cannot be used called the folate trap. Therefore, a functional deficiency of the folate develops in our body secondary to deficiency of vitamin B12. Formally, tetrahydrofolate is required in one of the steps in synthesis of IMP from PRPP. IMP is in turn needed to synthesis of AMP and GMP. Methylene tetrahydrofolate is needed in conversion of deoxyuridine, that is DUMP, to ADTMP, catalyzed by thymidylate synthase, which is needed for the thymidine synthesis, thus affecting pyrimidine synthesis. Folate is thus an essential component in the synthesis of DNA in the blood cells precursor, and for them to divide it, this lead to large partially replicated cells being released into the blood in an attempt to replenish the cells that have died. This leads to a megaballistic anemia. Iron is required in formation of heme group of hemoglobin, and the deficiency of iron will not cause megaballistic anemia or any neurological symptoms. Vitamin B6 is an important vitamin in amino acid and the glycogen metabolism. Pyridoxal phosphate is a coenzyme for the many enzymes in amino acid metabolism, especially the transminase and the decarboxylase. Dietary deficiency of the vitamin B6 is a rare and moderate deficiency result in abnormalities of the uh, tryptophan and the methionine metabolism. It is also needed for cofactor for the glycogen phosphorylase, which catalyze the rate limited step in the glycogenolysis by releasing the glucose 1-phosphate from the terminal alpha 1,4 glycosidic bond. It is also a cofactor in the heme biosynthesis, and the deficiency will lead to the microcytic anemia, not megaballistic anemia. Vitamin B6 deficiency can also lead to generalized fatigue and the neurological symptoms. Patient with the vitamin B12 deficiency will have high level of the homocysteine in the blood and the methylmalonic acid in urine as explained above. Patient with iron deficiency, serum iron is also lower and total iron binding capacity is high. Also, serum ferritin level, which is our body's store for iron, may be low. Vitamin B6 deficiency, although clinically rare, can be assessed by the same erythrocyte transminase. Most likely used method of the assessing the vitamin B6 status is by measuring the activity of the erythrocyte transminase by adding the pyridoxal phosphate in vitro. Also, we can measure the vitamin B6 concentration in the plasma to help the diagnostic any deficiency. Thank you.